In the past couple of days, there were some new pieces of information and images about the upcoming Avatar: The Way of Water. The pictures, which were exclusively published by Empire magazine, show many new and old characters and definitely make you want to see more of the Avatar sequel, which is expected to be released in September. In one image, we get to see actress Kate Winslet for the first time in her new role as Ronal. Ronal is a tribal chief who leads an underwater tribe of Na'vi alongside Tonowari, who's played by Cliff Curtis. In fact, she's also pregnant, although you cannot tell from the published image, and that won't stop her from engaging in battle. Kate Winslet's appearance in Avatar 2 is, by the way, the second collaboration between her and James Cameron, the first, of course, being the global hit Titanic. Another picture shows Sigourney Weaver, whose return has also been known for a long time. Many people were surprised by this since her character Dr. Grace Augustine did in fact die in the first part. As she herself disclosed in an interview, she won't be returning to that role either, but instead to that of the teenage adopted daughter Kiri, who's being fostered by Jake and Neytiri. This is a pretty big surprise because it means that the 72-year-old Weaver will now play a young Na'vi in her teens, made possible by motion capture and digital rejuvenation. A real challenge for the actress, but one that she seems to have enjoyed immensely. Another returnee who was presumed dead is Stephen Lang as Colonel Miles Quaritch. He's the first part's antagonist and was visibly pierced by several arrows. For him, too, it has now become clear in what form he will make his comeback. On one of the pictures, you can see him in his new avatar body. Apparently, the consciousness of the villain has outlived his physical death. So now he continues his existence inside his new blue body and is certainly anything but happy about his supposed demise at the hands of the Na'vi. This would make him physically equal to the natives of Pandora and even a more dangerous adversary than before. In general, the RDA seems to have become even more powerful. In addition to improved avatars, they have also built a new city called Bridgehead. With the help of various machines and tools, they now want to exploit the unobtainium reserves in Pandora's seas. Other images feature a new whale creature, a group of Na'vi, and two thematically fitting covers from Empire magazine. James Cameron also has some things to say to Empire. He compared the upcoming Avatar movies with the Lord of the Rings saga. The big difference between the Lord of the Rings and Avatar, however, is that the former could be based on a book series, while Cameron had to create the template on his own, so to speak. That at least helps to explain the very long wait of 13 years between parts 1 and 2. Avatar: The Way of Water will hit theaters on December 16th, 2022. A few days ago, the last 2 episodes of Stranger Things Season 4 were released on Netflix. With a total of almost 4 hours of season finale, the fans were treated to a real spectacle that directly whets the appetite for the 5th and final season. Series creators Matt and Russ Duffer have been showered with praise for the current season. They initially announced that they would be taking a vacation this month. From the first week of August, they will then start working on the script of Season 5. It is known that the general idea of the series finale has already been defined for quite some time. As the Duffer brothers have often said in the past, the story of the popular troupe from Hawkins was already set before the first camera was even rolling. While we were particularly happy to spend time with overlong episodes in Season 4, that will change in Season 5. In the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, the two talked about the fact that the running time of the episodes will be cut back to a normal level. This is not true for the very last episode, though. It is supposed to be at least as epic as the finale of The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. They want to give the viewers enough time for the emotional farewell of the characters, which is surely just the right decision for such a popular series. There should also not be any major introduction in the first episode, because as the end of Season 4 already shows, the protagonists have more than enough to do. There are also a few informative statements from Hopper actor David Harbour in regards to the filming. He revealed to the British GQ that shooting will start next year and that a release in the middle of 2024 is thus considered realistic. We are definitely excited and look forward to more news about Stranger Things Season 5. Denis Villeneuve's Dune from last year won 6 Oscars, making it the movie with the most awards at this year's Academy Awards. The blockbuster was well received not only by the jury but also by fans and film critics. hence a sequel was already agreed upon shortly after the movie's release. As Collider reports, the so-called pre-shooting will already kick off this month in Italy, more precisely at the Tomba Brian in the province of Treviso. The modern work of art fits perfectly with the monumental architecture of Dune. At the end of the month, the proper shooting is scheduled to begin in Budapest under the direction of Denis Villeneuve. In terms of the cast, we are going to see some familiar faces from the first part again, including Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides, Zendaya as Chani, Rebecca Ferguson as Lady Jessica, Javier Bardem as Stilgar, and Stellan Skarsgård as Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. Other confirmed newcomers include Lea Seydoux as Lady Margot and Christopher Walken as Emperor Shaddam IV, while Florence Pugh will also make her debut as Princess Irulan along with Austin Butler as Fate Rotha. In spite of the good news regarding the shooting start, there is still a little downer as far as the release date is concerned. As told by The Hollywood Reporter, Warner Bros. Has decided to postpone Dune Part 2. Nevertheless, fans should not worry too much because the theatrical release has been adjusted only by a few weeks from October 2023 to November 17, 2023. In addition to Dune Part 2, a series called Dune: The Sisterhood is currently in production. The spin-off revolves around the Bene Gesserit, and the pilot will even be directed by Denis Villeneuve himself. Yet it is not known when exactly this series will kick off. Last July, after several delays, Godzilla vs. Kong was released, marking the most successful film of the pandemic to date. With box office takings of almost $450 million and mostly positive reviews, it was obvious that a sequel would be made at some point. About a year after the release, there is now first concrete information available. As comicbook.com has learned, a Godzilla vs. Kong sequel is being shot in the Australian state of Queensland. Although the project is still without an official title, the announcement of the filming location promises an imminent start of shooting. Additionally, reports are accumulating regarding a possible release date for the new Monsterverse film. As per The Hollywood Reporter, the sequel is supposed to be released on March 15, 2024 and follow up on the events of the predecessor. More is not known about the plot so far. Behind the camera, Adam Wingard is back in charge of directing, while Downton Abbey actor Dan Stevens has already been cast as the first leading man. We expect more details as soon as filming has officially begun. There's more good news from the Monsterverse, and it is about this still untitled live-action Apple TV Plus series. As the streaming service revealed, there are already a number of actors who are officially part of the Godzilla series. You can get a first visual impression on Legendary's official Twitter account. The cast includes Pachinko actress Anna Savai, who plays the former teacher and G-Day survivor Kate. She embarks on a journey to Japan to settle family matters. She will be joined by dope actress Kiersey Clemens. She plays May, a US exile in Japan who, despite her sometimes harsh demeanor, has a strong protective instinct. The third member of the cast is Joe Tippett, who most recently appeared in the HBO series Mayor of Easttown. He plays Tim, an office employee who would like for nothing more than to be a secret agent. This gets him into trouble from time to time due to his resulting overconfidence. The last two actors are Versailles star Elisa Lazowski and Hollywood newcomer Ranwa Tabe, who respectively portray an experienced agent named Duval and a young, curious man named Kentaro. Chris Black, who has already appeared as a writer and producer on Star Trek Enterprise, will serve as showrunner. Also joining the team is Hawkeye author Matt Fraction, who will pen the script. Joby Harold and Tori Tunnell of Safehouse Pictures, as well as Hiro Matsuoka and Takemasu Arita of Toho, have been hired as producers. Unfortunately, there is no release date for the Apple TV Plus series yet. The new Star Wars series Andor will be released on Disney Plus this August already. A few days ago, there was not only a first picture, but also some initial information about the series. On the picture, which was exclusively published by Empire Magazine, we can see Stellan Skarsgård and Diego Luna. Luna will again take on the role of the rebel Cassian Andor, who previously made a fateful appearance in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The series, however, is intended to function as a sort of prequel to Rogue One and shed new light on the character of the titular hero. Series creator Tony Gilroy revealed further details in an interview with Empire Magazine. Accordingly, the 5-year storyline will be told within 2 seasons. The episodes will be broken down into different story arcs. In season 1 and 2, that would be 4 story arcs of 3 episodes each, making a total of 24 episodes. In between the story parts, there will always be some time jumps to illustrate the long duration of the rebellion. Season 1 will cover 1 year only, while season 2 will take take us through the remaining 4 years leading up to Rogue One. It sounds like an interesting concept that sets Andor apart from existing live-action series such as The Mandalorian or Obi-Wan Kenobi, and is unique to the Star Wars universe as such. In addition to Skarsgård and Luna, the cast also includes Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera, Ben Mendelsohn as Orson Krennic, and Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma. We are eagerly awaiting the premiere of Andor on Disney Plus on August 31st, 2022. That was our news for this week. If you want to know more about the upcoming Fast and Furious 10, we recommend our in-depth original from last Sunday. Also, check out the first trailer for the star-studded Amsterdam with Margot Robbie, Christian Bale, Robert De Niro, and many more. Feel free to have a look around on our channel. See you next time.